Alright, chat. Hail to the king. King Caesar, Awoken Titan. 3/5, double strike, mutate. When this mutates, deal 4 damage to creature, planeswalker, and opponent's controls, gain 4 life. Got a bunch of sweet Mardu colored stuff. Let's play some games. Not having a commander anthology is leaving money on the table. There's something to be said about product fatigue. So, like, I don't really think, considering the number of historic playable cards that end up in the average historic anthology, I don't really feel there's a ton of added value to having dedicated commander anthologies versus just having a selection of commanders inside of the historic anthology. If anything, by putting commanders in the historic anthology, you could convince some commander players to buy a bunch of cards they potentially don't need. You can mutate from the command zone, yes. We can't sign in blood on 2. This hand only has 3 lands in it. Curve's kind of clunky. This is better. Go 1, 2. So the key to not feeling burned out on Magic spoiler season is picking products that you don't care about and ignoring them. I have not played any Dark Rituals versus Leylines the format, no. That doesn't sound particularly exciting to me. I heard someone else mention Kinian was really good, but I haven't played against it at all. We've also been playing more mediocre decks. Like, it's just good because it helps you ramp. Pretty good. So I'm pretty sure the commander matchmaking weights you more heavily if you are a 3/3+ color commander. I think is likely why we're playing against Kinian, assuming that they're considered one of the better decks. Agent of Treachery should be in its own bracket. Cards in a different weight class in this format. I think this is a mulligan with the white source and only 2 lands. I think I need to murder that right away. We'll play this in name red, because it's the only one of our colors we don't have 2 of yet. That probably needs to die on sight. Banishing Verse and Doomblade, very similar cards here. It's not bad. Let's go that into Predator here. Starting to mutate the king next turn. A fighty spell? Feels like a fighty spell. Primal Surge would be pretty good here. Ram through also decent. Feels like a removal spell, huh? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. Jeff is in sub-only mode, 1984 style oppression censorship. I'll give you some censorship. Wow, they had the Primal Might, huh? Really, I really think they should have used it last turn. They're trying to get me with it. Snappy boy is hungry, Chip. Zap. And then you retain the other text here, so you get to go ahead and power this up to, Crunch Crunch. This is lethal in the air next turn. Close game. Speaking of 1984, I did see the Florida bill that's requiring teachers and students to register their political views with the state. I am feels confident to say that they're doing that so they can try to and make their claim that universities have a liberal bias. And to be fair, it is true, chat, that colleges tend to have a left-leaning bias because if you are more educated, you are more likely to understand how the world works and thus not be a conservative. Reality has a strong liberal bias. Thanks for the follow, Dambia, and happy SRXer. I mean, there's definitely parts of it where there's conservatives who aren't inherently stupid, they're just selfish. They understand how the world works and what reality is, but they just, like, ignore all the obvious issues with the Conservative Party platform in the United States because they stand to benefit from some of the things they put forward. Koyaibo, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Like, for example, my taxes went down under the plan that the GOP rammed through under Trump, right? Like, I just am capable of critical thinking and understanding more than just what my personal bottom line is, and understand that taxes aren't an inherently bad, evil thing. And I don't mind paying taxes. I would like them to do things like repair the infrastructure around the United States that desperately needs it. King Caesar is off to the 5/7 champ. Oh my gosh, the double strike with the Dreadhorde Butcher trigger. That's gross. Your effective federal income tax rate was only 17% last year, and you're well off enough to own rental property. Yep. Thanks for the 13 months, Buns McKinsey. Yeah, that's one of the things, right? I'm also smart enough and understand the details enough that, like, I can look and see that my taxes went down, but also understand that people that make significantly more money than me, their taxes went down even more, and that's really not okay. Is this good enough? This might be good enough, right? I've got all my colors of mana. I've got a flying Dorko to mutate onto. Let's do it. Oh, but you don't understand, BJ Forget. They deserve to pay less. They still pay a higher number in taxes. Ignore the fact that it's proportionally less. Don't put it into context and put details to the numbers. The raw number that they pay is more. And that's clearly what matters. Put one counter on each creature that entered play this turn for us. So what are we doing? This can't attack for a while. think we might just be foretelling this turn. And we have 5 lands, so we don't need that at this point. Oh, this lets them play lands off their deck. They hit a good run here. This Dino could be attacking pretty quickly. We just murder their board. I think we just murder their board, and then we get set up to mutate Snapdax next turn, kill their champion again. A wealthy family friend of mine suggested the fairest tax plan was to require $40,000 from each family. It's a banana, Michael. What could it cost? $50? Thanks for the Prime support, Sir Spec. Welcome back. Yeah, that's some big. Okay. This card seems awkward. I might cut this one. I guess we get to make some friends here, which is nice. We were talking about maybe adding more mana. This could be a cut for more mana. It's a pretty low quality card. Helmut, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Mutate does get taxed. I think we do this in attack, right? Because they're gonna trade or they're gonna take 12. Even King Caesar pays his taxes. Pay unto Caesar what is owed to Caesar, chat. Well, like, they could have traded with the 4/4. I attacked with both. Thanks for the follow, Stratmaster. Okay.
Do not defy the designs of an bathe in ghost fire.
Nice. Flying Threat is solid here. So, as a parent, this isn't something I get to experience often, so I'm just gonna revel in the silence for a moment. All right. Where's that stinker? That one. Okay, what do I want? What if is there another Doomblade we could play? I feel like I'm rarely sad to see removal. Plum doesn't seem very good in this deck either. There are 2 or 3 mana removal plays I'm missing. Oh, you know what? We should put a Mauling in here. Why not both? Why not both? I don't think Flunk is super good. Hands can be... I already have a Price of Fame. I added that one already. Chupacabra is something we can mutate onto. Yes, it is. The Chupacabra! Love it. Choopy is a hungry boy, chat. He's gobbling him up. That's the best part about these 100-card Singleton forays, just reach into the depths, the pits of, like, cards that you might want to play that have existed. Dig deep for the suggestions. This is probably a mulligan, huh? And look at that! Happy to have a land. Remember how young and innocent we were when Chupacabra was printed, chat? And we thought there might be a problem? And then War of the Spark happened, and shortly thereafter Eldraine, and it's just like looking back like, oh my sweet summer child. If you only knew. You only knew what was in store for you. Hey, Packers, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. I'm doing swell. Glorybringer. The dragon is too pushed. What are the odds that this Brash Taunter just like goes the distance? Non-zero? Sweet. How good would a Chupacabra be that hit Planeswalkers? It sounds great. Sign me up for the Chupacabra Planeswalker. Planeswalker, Chupacabra, whatever you want to call it. Alright, well now we really need to draw a land. Really glad we put the Mauling in our deck already. Looking for those land drops. I'm just going to wait to fetch with this because it's going to be untapped, so we can wait to make a decision with this until we find our 5th land. Oh, don't negate me, don't negate me, don't negate me. Hey, the Nevermind, thanks for the 41 months. That is some time. Thoughtseize Bug, what a great username. Coming in hot for the 2 years. Oh, this is kind of cute. You can mutate Snappy onto here and then flashback 3 mana spells. think I'm just playing a double striker here. We're both running down on resources. I don't have double white to mutate it anyways. I don't have any bodies I can put into play this turn. To the folks in chat that are still talking about tax loopholes and incomes and stuff like that, I appreciate your civil conversation, but take it to a DM or the Discord server, please. It's a little off topic at this point. Does mutate cost more from the command zone? It does, based on your commander tax, so yeah. The commander tax basically just says when you cast this spell, you have to pay extra for every time it's died, and you're casting the spell from exile.
No sword can pierce my skin.
You appreciate the title. What's going on, CGB? I try. Kind of in a rough spot here. So I could Field of Ruin and then Mythos to kill one of their planeswalkers, and then that sets me up to have double white for the following turn. And maybe that's right. There's also a good chance they play Nico Bolas next turn, though. I'm like, if they do that, my Mythos gets more value the following turn. I think that's right. This play is worse if they just have a removal spell, though. Look, my opponent just like kills terror and attacks me for 12. I end up in a bad spot. And they get extra looks with Jaceer. Top Scry is probably a bad news bears for us.
You and I are gonna take them out.
Okay, that could have gone worse.
They are coming.
So doesn't really matter what we kill here, right? I'll kill their field in case we draw a utility lane later. Ah, no tapper. Ah, no tapper. Well, they're gonna get to pick which planeswalker they keep, but well, shit. As you will, opponent. As you will. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure which of the planeswalkers I want them to keep, so Arena's just taking the decision out of our hands. I can discard this and it just goes to the command zone, right? Deal.
I will call the dragons.
Owner's build. Alright, well, we're not dead on board. They didn't scry, so I assume that means we're dead. If they can't kill Baneslayer and we get to mutate next turn, we're in an incredible spot. Oh, we are dead on board, right? They flip Nicol Bolas. Alright, let's see if they see it. Because we could technically kill Nick in response. Alright, I got a different way. Alright, I need to run to the restroom really quick. When I get back, we've got another hour before they turn the queue off. So we're gonna play some Snapdax for another hour. So we'll be back in just a second. BRB. Hey, DMS, thanks for the 40 months. That's a while. Being on the draw against Golos is probably not great for us. We mulligan this. It's not particularly aggressive. I think we're definitely the beatdown here. Seems fine. We've got Shatter for Golos. We got a piece of ramp. This deck's been a lot of fun for me. Thanks for showcasing it. Thanks for the submission, Canadian Bacon. And thanks for the biddies. Hopefully, Wizards listens to the stream title and does the right thing and makes this queue a permanent part of Arena. I don't think we're going to be an all Commander all the time stream if we get it as a regular queue, but I would love to do 2, 3, 4 Commander decks a week. It seems like there's a giant list of things that I would enjoy attempting to play and poke at in this format. So would love it if this could be a regular part of the content here on the channel. All right, I think we do this. Bottom of tap land, and we'll get in with this. We have to start powering this up by killing their Golos. I think we just showdown. Well then. How silly do you feel at times unironically saying some of the off-the-wall Twitch usernames? They're weird. You get used to it though. You get desensitized. Desensitized is probably the proper term. It's for the follows Orpheus. So if I Woe Strider, we can K command, kill their thing, discard a card, put a counter on this. Yeah, I don't know that our deck is going to be... Our deck's had a little bit of an aggressive slant, but probably not quite enough to get through Golos. Can we tempo them out of this game by casting a couple of spells this turn? Maybe. So we have the command tower. Savai Crystal gets us our 5th mana. So I could do this and put a counter on here. And then we could mutate this onto here and put another counter on here. And then we kill this and attack them for 12. And then we have Bloodchief's Thirst to clear the Golos next turn. The downside here is that this is probably a take an extra turns card. Yeah, the commander border looks really good. For sure. I don't think we have a catch-up mechanic at this point, right? They literally have enough mana to double activate this every turn. Yeah, Golos. Golos is definitely a solid cut above anything that's not aggressive. I don't think we'll spend any more of our last hour of this format playing against Golos. We're gonna keep this deck's been sweet, but it's definitely not competitive in that matchup. I don't really have anything useful to flash back with this at the moment. And we're not getting to this till turn 4 anyways. So I think we just go tap land into Night here. Yeah, a 4th land. And then next turn we could do this, and then the turn after we have this available. I would happily trade 3 mana to kill your Incubation Druid. Call. Do we loot here? None of these are particularly exciting. Hopefully they just play their commander here, and then Silverquill Command destroys them next turn. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So for reference, Dreadhorde Arcanist flashes back spells with converting mana cost or mana value equal to or less than his attack. So we get to flash back the old Silverquill Command and kill both their Dorkos here. Yes, we have a historic deck based around that. Mardu tokens up on the website. It's quite fantastic. So, like, this hand's really good, but Coldsteel Heart on the draw against Thalia is, like, big sad. So I think this is definitely a keep, but it's one of those, like, fine, we'll keep, I guess. Should have won the die roll. I wonder if Thalia has the highest play draw differential in this format. Do we just Price of Fame her? I think I'm Price of Faming her, huh? Because even if they recast her next turn, that's fine. I just want to, like, stem the bleeding a little bit here, I think. Get that. Get to Surveil Faithless Looting into the bin. That's just good deck building right there. It's a good target for Vanishing Verse. That being said, I think this turn is probably Coldsteel Heart into Yahenni. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they attack Pupilin to power up something else, and then we can tag whatever they target with that. We also have the old Snapdax Seeds ready to mutate. Baneslayer. That's fine. I've got 7 mana, right? So we can go land drop, Vanishing Verse, Snapdax, Murder Healer's Hawk. Attack for 8. Foretell card here. What do we think? Oh, it's probably the Angel Maker. Yeah, it's a good read. Means they're probably gonna put 8 power into play here. Really? It could be a Doomscar, yeah. Who's ready to get Settle the Wreckage tier? What's going on, Guntens? Giant Killer. Definitely should have done that before I played Woe Strider. Because now I can sack this so they don't get their Giant Killer. Love a Nighthawk Scavenger. That sounds excellent. We can make it indestructible? Nah, I think that's fine, chat. Because if they get this into play, they're going to get to sit there and tap it. And now I get to mutate the Snapdax again. I get to use it again this way. I have plenty of mana. Yeah, this is the Angels card. And now, like, I get to mutate the Snapdax and, like, kill one of these Angels. Like, this is fine, right? Oh, fuck, I miscounted. Oh, it was highlighting for the regular cost. It wasn't highlighting for... God damn it. Whale shoot. Made an oopsie poopsie chat. Should be okay. Snapdax mutate next turn should be good enough. Assuming they don't have a way to kill this. For reference, when you mutate this onto something with lifelink, you gain 8 when it shoots something. Oh, I should have left it on the other stat line, right? Because it could have potentially had more attack that way. Oh, does it still work? Equal to 1 plus the number of cards and all. Yeah, it would be 3 either way. Oh no! Well, shit. Whoa, Strider! I choose you! That was sick. That's my first turn getting to cast a Deadly Vanity. Definitely the EDH side of that card. This is 8 to mutate right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The token can be a 7/7 if you're left under the apparition. Yes. I don't want to leave my Snappy under the apparition, chat. I love my Snappy. Can I take him away from me? Nine, sorry, I think I said 8, you're right. We just want to keep the pressure up here, huh? Yes, mutating is casting your commander, and your commander costs 2 more for every time it's died. Cubby Bear here, gonna mutate onto this and give us another deal for next turn, which is great. It'll also give this lifelink, so we get to gain even more. Doesn't really matter. We have 11 mana, so we can do both of these even with +2. Oh, right, we gain extra from that, too. Oh, you know, I should have killed this one, because now they can trade here. Not that it really really matters. Details. Unfortunately, Rose, we don't control what name it says down over here. Magic Arena picks that one. Hey, this is technically a 3-lander, right? It's a 3-lander that goes like 2-3. Playing Yorant's probably decent. Okay, try and run some lands off here. I'd like to point out that the Hagraballing, the one land that we've added, has been like instrumental in 2 or 3 keeps now. Play more lands, chat. Yeah, look at that. We upgraded their Fabled Passage to a real fetch land, chat. It even made them take 1. So, because they missed their land drop, play more lands in your deck, chat. I think we just make a 4/4 here, huh? Try and give them the business while they fumble around. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there, chat. Oh no! Read. Untap land. Pump up the Yahenni, pump up the Flame Scroll, get in for 7. Crunch. I imagine we're gonna see a Scry again, so they could try and hit the land. Even if they hit like a Wrath of God here, we can save this with a sacrifice. Okay. So they are dead to an untapped land. Stupid human in your stupid human face. Can't mutate onto the stupid human creature, chat. Don't be humans, chat. They're so dumb they can't even mutate. Nobody loves you, little human. This is still Brawl. Yeah, the queue is active for another 50 minutes. And then when they finally take away our lovely, beautiful queue, we're gonna go play Spider-Man in protest. Read. Opponent might be en route to stabilization here. We get to go Secluded Steppe off of this, cast Baneslayer. Wait, are they dead? Vanishing Verse, this, play untapped land, puts this to 7. We put them to 2? Do we put them to 2? Mela TK, thanks for the 65 months. In order to put them to 2, I have to give up Baneslayer Angel in the Secluded Steppe. I don't think that's worthwhile. Yeah, I think we just go tapped land Baneslayer pass. I think the odd, there's a good chance they stabilize from 2, I think. 65 months, Mela, that's so long. This setup here means I have my 7th land guaranteed, which means I can go God-Eternal into Kroxa next turn. Which triggers Showdown of the Skalds twice. I can also mutate Snapdax plus Kroxa next turn. That's probably the better line, actually. Midway Monster, thanks for the 27 months. Welcome back. They do have 2 mana here with the clock. Okay. And they're gonna need a sweeper next turn. The fact that we have the Hemophage here in hand means that we can trigger King Caesar here to clear out a blocker, which should be pretty good as well. This deck is gas describes a lot of what goes on in this format, it feels like. Good range of stuff. Goodbye, friends. Do the worm, chat. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Now come on, baby. And massacre about. Massacre about. Ooh. Beat it, do. What's going on, Sutters? Thanks for the 22 months. Good afternoon. 45 more minutes, chat. It's all we get. They really need to make this a part of the play queue. Tamio? She seems like a kind of medium in the singleton format. Gotta go to 6 here, unfortunately, right? Just no meaningful plays. Man. Whew. So, one of the reasons that I think this format's kind of gas, Adbane, is I kind of think there shouldn't be anything banned in this format, and they just need to weight certain cards inside of the deck much higher on the paired matchmaking. Like I kind of think you should just let people play whatever they want to play, and just like, okay, you chose to register Agent of Treachery or Ugin, you're automatically with the people that are tryharding up top, stuff like that. And honestly, like, and I've said this earlier, but it just really is worth highlighting. With the deck strength matchmaking, this really feels like the first time they've had a truly casual format on the platform. Yeah, I think it is, especially if you have an okay amount of people playing, and I think this format's likely popular enough that that I think that there's a good chance that just the deck strength pairing is enough to keep it entertaining. And like, obviously, if it's not enough, you could reassess after, but I would definitely want to try and lean into that first as opposed to just banning things outright. If you cast your first spell each turn, reveal the top card of your library. You may cast it if it's lesser. That's a sweet one. So, Nighthawk Scavenger here, notably a scotch awkward against Relic of Progenitus, because they can Relic themselves to shrink the attack on this. So we'll see if they pick up that interaction here. Never mind. And then we've got Hagra here to kill their Dorko the first time they put it down. So with them just passing, honestly, I think we just like take this and throw it in the corner. Yeah, I mean, there was a person that posted a 5-0 with the Self-Warp World deck when Magus. It's just like flipping coins. Morning, James. Thanks for the follow, Kodosh. So Ziggurat cannot pay for this, unfortunately. This might be wrong to have in the mana base. I haven't felt like we've really needed that. There's a lot of dual lands in 3 colors. Kind of just got to work through their counter spells here. So I'm just going to go ahead and deploy this. Morning Blast. Good afternoon. It's noon here in the cornfields already. I think I have enough removal if this is a land drop. I mean, they're going to play a creature eventually, right? They've got a guaranteed one. Yeah, we could try and flash in Bat here. And if they want to fight over this, I could play the Angels next turn. And if they don't fight over this, I think we just start attacking, right? Another Doomblade here. Again, expecting this to eat a counter, but, you know, we'll draw lands to recast them eventually. Okay, that's a little bit of a disgusting counter to run into. Does a lot of things. Alright, is it finally happening? The Crafter is in play. Chupacabra is hungry. Gobble, gobble. She draws the card if they don't cast it. It's pretty good. Puts it into hand, gets around Narset. Ornn and Melodic. So we're at 7 mana right now. This is 8 to play, 9 to mutate. I think we're chilling on this for now. They're obviously just holding up counter spells. We need to kill that one. Kind of plays out of the game plan of sit here and wait like we're executing. 7 mana right now. I think I'm just bidding both of these, looking for more payoffs. This Vanishing Verse notably does not interact with their commander. I wonder if they're waiting on to cycle this. They think I have like some kind of graveyard value in my deck. This is eventually going to draw them a grip full of cards, and that might bury us. Maybe I'm supposed to keep that 8th land, so let me do this for X's 3. Is it Angel time? I think I'm gonna sneak Kaya in. Especially with them putting the spell bomb into play, like I'd only get 2 tokens, and they get to get rid of 1 on board. Doesn't seem particularly exciting. Yeah, I think random dual land 27 is probably better than Ziggurat. Ancient Ziggurat cannot cast Unleashed. It only makes mana for creatures. Well, they pick back up their draw card. Oh. Man, that sucks, because now I gotta kill the shark, right? Because they have, Spellbomb. I think Kaya's ult was probably our route to win this game, and now we're probably gonna be a little bit too far behind. Nah, I'm not big on Auto Battler's lyrics. It's too much like limited. I'm not big on limited in general. Yeah, I could make 4 angels here if I didn't have this Ziggurat. It's too far behind with all the cards in their hand. We could take their field out of play, but they just have too many spells. I don't Ancient Ziggurat made things a little bit too awkward for us there. Honestly, even if I wasn't enjoying this commander format, which I am, I would think it's silly and idiotic for them not to have it as an always-on format. One of the biggest mistakes / shortcomings Wizards of the Coast has consistently made with Magic Arena, in my opinion, is Wizards constantly tries to dictate to the player base how they're supposed to play Arena. And the reason why Magic is the successful game that it is because there's so many different ways to play, and you can play how you want to play. And the fact that Wizards keeps refusing to lean into that is very, very silly. They just need to put cards on the platform and let people play with those cards however they want to play with the cards. Man, this hand is good, it just doesn't have a third land. Some restrictions are to make sure queue times are low. Magic the Gathering Online has a $10 fee to create an account, and you have to pay $10 to play in leagues. And the number of queues on Magic Online are real-time draft, non-real-time draft, sealed, pauper, vintage. There's commander queues, there's modern, legacy, standard, and then in addition to paid queues for all of these, there's also casual queues for all of these. So if you're telling me that Magic the Gathering Arena with and Pioneer has a free-to-play option and can't manage to have as many queues as Magic Online has, Magic Arena is a colossal failure and they should probably shut it down. They've always charged to make an account on Magic Online. So I decided to keep this hand that obviously needs to draw some lands because our opponent's playing Niv Mizzet Reborn. And we probably need to be the aggressor here. So when you bring up but Jeff, what about the queue times? I would encourage you to take your tongue off of the boot that you are licking when you bring up that point, because it's a bad point to bring up. Has some kind of pump spell here? So confused. What was that? We just like didn't trade with it on turn 1 and then we jump blocked on 2? Opponent currently missing white mana. Yeah, trading with Butcher early is usually correct. Usually correct. Dark colors doesn't really matter.
When you can walk through walls, anything will do. Well, you're not lacking for spirit.
Yeah, especially this late into the season, Silence. If you're just taking a crack at it for the first time, you'll probably have a pretty good time with it.
Oh, that's gonna cost you.
Yeah, still no white mana. Opponent feeling kind of the downside of their greedy deck. Your province is removing most COVID restrictions in about a week. We're lifting most of them here too. How far along is Canada in terms of vaccine distribution though? I was under the impression they were lagging behind the United States, but I'm also haven't been keeping super on top of the stats there. Ooh, Esper Chromium. %70 first dose. That's pretty reasonable. Things have picked up. Good. Southern states are bringing down the United States vaccination averages by a significant amount. Relative to the province is probably a better metric than relative to the whole country though, because like the United States as a whole I think is like 60-some%, but there's a lot of places that are like above 70 now. There's a number of southern states that are like 30s and 40s still, even though they've had access to it for a while. So do we play Naked Snapdax or do we just foretell? I think I kind of like Naked Snapdax. I feel like against this as a commander, they're probably something more controlling. So I want to just like, probably not going to have too many things to deal 4 to anyways. It's a rural-urban thing in that rural areas tend to be more conservative and conservatives are less likely to get vaccinated. So like, yeah, you're technically right that it's an urban-rural thing, but it's more of a political divide than anything. Do I let this go to the top of my deck? I might just command zone it. I kind of want to draw lands, right?
Trust me. You'll thank me. that thought.
So this is 9 to mutate, so not anywhere near that. The fact that we've drawn a bunch of anti-creature cards against the control deck feels a little bad. Probably dead at this point. I think it's Flash, doesn't it?
Well, that didn't pan out.
Are we in garbage time? I think we're in garbage time, huh? Come on, try and get one more in. Yeah, seems pretty good. I'm just playing Behemoth Beckoner. Probably a monster-style deck. Go Temple of Malice on one as opposed to the other temple. So then we can do this into this into this, and having one of each combination of duel means we can cast whatever we want without thinking about it. Hey, Scout, thanks for sticking on with the tier 1 sub.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
It's a pretty solid start. See if old Snappy Boy will be able to pull us back in. So a couple of turns off of mutating this. The fact that we have Cubby Bear rolled up here after Snapdax could mean a lot. Especially considering we get to put it on Adanto, which is passively indestructible. Would really like to draw just like 2 or 3 mana cards for the next couple of turns so we can fill out, we can fill out our curve here. Yeah, the final export Canadian Bacon will be in the YouTube video description. So I always put the deck list that we end on in the video description. A little unfortunate that we don't have anything to play this turn.
Time to clam up.
That sounds great. Hopefully their payoff's a creature. Hey, Blatella. Thank you for the entire year's support. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. Welcome back. Okay. Boros Charm resolves. You actually can't pay to join the event anymore because it turns off in 20 minutes. It's very sad. If you are someone who finds it very sad that the Commander format is turning off in 20 minutes, make sure to post on Reddit and tag Wizards accounts on Twitter, letting them know that you will be playing less Magic Arena and spending less money because the format that you want to play is not available. You should let them know you would have spent wild cards, you would have bought packs to get more wild cards, but they were turning off the format you wanted those wild cards for, so you didn't. So they didn't recast this, probably just don't want me to be able to attack it. They have some kind of instant speed thing here. Guess we just kill the goose, huh? Because it gains some life. The new cube does look good. Oh, I'm taking this weekend off because I was live Saturday and Sunday last weekend with the tournament stream that I played in, but we'll definitely be doing cube content next week in addition to constructed. Planning to dip back into historic next week as well as dip back into standard as well. We've gotten through most of the modern decks I want to do, so I don't think we're gonna keep doing modern every day. I think probably modern 3 days next week is my plan.
I defy gods. Defying you will be. Nature flows with vigor.
So I want to kill my way through their creatures here, because killing through their creatures means that Sheholdred has a better chance to kill something meaningful. Actually, let's declare this as an attacker and then helix this before blocks so we can kill their Kiora. You do arena cubes on stream. Yeah, we do some cube on stream. If you look up on my YouTube channel, there's a playlist of cube drafts we've done in the past up there.
Leave my squids alone.
Leave my squids alone. We're coming for your squids, Kiora. Snapdax is hungry. Only squids can keep him satisfied. Goodbye, Jasper Sentinel. Waited until after combat to play this. Our opponent didn't know they were going to have to sacrifice it. There's various videos of me playing like half a draft out there, but normal Magic Limited is so low power level that the actual games I find pretty dry. Cube's more interesting because your higher average power level is much higher. If you're interested in soaking up some Hoagland Cube content over the weekend and you haven't seen it before, you can check out my YouTube channel for past Arena Cube drafts. I think there's 4 or 5 of them up there. It's fun. I think I like where we ended up at. I think so. This deck was definitely one of the more mid-rangey decks that we played in this format, and it definitely had what I would describe as mid-rangey deck problems that I don't think are really fixable in this format. So decks like Golos and the Esper Chromium deck were really hard for us, but other mid-range decks we felt competitive against, and then aggressive decks we felt like we were really well positioned against. We have a lot of decent-sized creatures that can block. Caesar lets us gain some life, so I thought this was good. Maybe there could be merit to like dragging the top end of the curve down a little bit, so that way you could try and get under the control decks a little bit better. Like maybe we don't need things like Ultimatum, Sheoldred, Elesh and stuff. Like I know we played Sheoldred that last game, but we were like probably winning it without her. So maybe we try and be a little bit more aggressively slanted if we wanted. Yeah, so the Historic Brawl queue closes in 15 minutes, and they closed signups for it like a couple hours ago. So that way people didn't sign up and then not be able to actually play. So it is gone. It is sad that it is gone. Make sure to let Wizards know that you're sad that it is gone. And hopefully they make it. Wait, what? I didn't realize you could click and drag it. I was like, oh, we moved the cards. Just clicking and dragging lets us slide them all around. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it an afternoon on Magic stuff. I will be off all weekend in general. I'll be back on Monday morning. Monday we'll probably do some Modern, and then we'll do some Cube, and then we'll play some Constructed of some sort on Arena. We'll see where we end up at. Probably Historic. It's been a hot second. I feel like there's Historic decks. I want to try some. I think the Counterspell aggressive decks are good. So I think I don't know. I have so many Brawl decks, Chad. All my other decks are missing. Tempered Steel is a deck that I want to play some more. There is Blue-White Steel. It's a deck that I want to play some more of in Historic, so we'll probably play that one on Monday. So Remember, if you're looking for more stuff for myself, check out that YouTube channel that I linked. For the remainder of today's stream, we're going to be starting the 2016 version of The Amazing Spider-Man on the PlayStation. We played through Miles Morales, and it was good, and I'm told that this older one is also equally as good.